Hello, guys, and welcome to something new that I will be doing solo. This is Big Brother 23. Yes, this is Big Brother 23. The cast is 16 of them. We're gonna see basically a randomized version of Big Brother 23. We have our cast. I will introduce them to you. First up is Alyssa Lopez, then Azza Aswam. Then we have Frenchie, his actual name is Brandon, but people just call him Frenchie. Then there's Brent Champagne, Brittany D'Angelo. I have no idea how to pronounce his last name, so I'm going to try my entirely best. Christian Brickenberger, I'm hoping I said that right. Claire Ruffus, Derek Fraser. Another one I'm going to struggle with, Derek Exile. How do you say that? Oh my god. Hannah Chada, Kylan Young, Sarah Beth Stegel, Tiffany Mitchell, Travis Long, Whitney Williams, and Xavier Panther. We're just going to say about the first names, not their last names. So we're going to do a Bransteele to see who will win. And hey, if you guys see this video, Big Brother 23, y'all should comment on this video, cause one of y'all should, you guys should comment on this video. Oh, disabled. No quitting is happening, okay? I don't want no quits. So this is randomized, so we're gonna see what happens. She says, let the simulator decide. Alliance 1 consists of Alyssa, Brittany, and Derek F. Alliance 2 consists of Derek F, Tiffany. Alliance 3 consists of Brittany, Tiffany. Alliance 4 is Azza, Brent, Hannah, and Sarah Beth. Alliance 5 is Brittany, Derek F, and Tiffany. Treadmills of Terror. The house gets paired up into teams of 2. One partner takes the role of the walker, while the other becomes the talker. The talkers will be asking a series of questions while their partners walk on a treadmill. If the talker misses a question, the walker's treadmill will increase in speed. Once all the questions have been asked, the competition will come down to pure endurance. If a walker falls off their treadmill, the pair will be eliminated. When there's only one team remaining, the player who sat out the competition will choose one partner to become the first head of household. Whitney finishes last. Kylan finishes 15th. Derek X 14th. Brent 13th. Frenchie 12th. Brittany 11th. Azza 10th. Xavier 9th. Claire 8th. Christian 7th. Sarah Beth 6th. Travis 5th. Derek F 4th. And it's down to Alyssa, Tiffany, and Hannah. Third place is Alyssa, so it's down to Tiffany and Hannah. Hannah, which means Tiffany, is the first head of household. Let's check who her nominees are gonna be. Tiffany has nominated Derek X and Christian. As Tiffany as HOH and Derek as Christian as nominees will participate in the Power of Veto. Tiffany draws Travis to participate. Derek draws House Guest Choice and selects Claire. I love these two as a couple. Sad they broke up, but hey, it's for if it's best for them, it's best for them, and I can respect that. And Christian draws Xavier. Big Brother Mint. The house guests enter the backyard to see a cash counting machine. Each round, they will be given an amount of money, which they must collect from various coins that are raining down into the backyard. The house guest says farthest away from the given amount will be eliminated. The last house guest remaining in the competition will win the golden power of veto. Travis finishes last. Claire gets 5th. Derek gets 4th. And it's down to Christian, Tiffany, and Xavier. Third place is Tiffany. Second place is Christian, and Xavier wins the Golden Power Veto. Xavier Derek and Christian state why they should be saved. Xavier does not use the power of veto. The final nominees are Derek and Christian. We're doing we're gonna do from BB23 to BB27. And then BB28 is coming out July 9th. Yay. Okay. House events. Alyssa tells a heartfelt story why she needs the money. Ozza lashes out on Claire. Derek and Christian face eviction. They give speeches on why they should stay. The house gets vote. Alyssa has voted to evict Christian. Ozza has voted to evict Derek X. Frenchie has voted to evict Christian. Brent has voted to evict Christian. So that is 3 votes for Christian, 1 vote for Derek X. Brittany has voted to evict Christian. Claire has voted to evict Christian. Derek F has cast his vote to evict Christian. Hannah has voted to evict Derek X. Kyland has voted to evict Christian. Sarah Beth has voted to evict Derek X. Travis has voted to evict Christian. Whitney has voted to evict Derek X, and Xavier has voted to evict Derek X. So, by a vote of 8-5, Christian, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house. Which means Christian is the first out from Big Brother 23. Good job. Alright, next up. We still have the same alliances until Alliance 3 by Brittany and Tiffany has dissolved. Swamped. The house guest must transfer water from one jug to another jug. At the end of a slippery lane, there are 3 jugs. One that awards the HOH position, one that awards $10,000, and one that awards safety for the week. The house guest that fills the HOH jug first will become the new head of household. Ozza finishes last. Claire finishes 13th. Sarah Beth, 12th. Travis gets 11th. Kylan gets 10th. Xavier gets 9th. Frenchie gets 8th. Brent gets 7th. Hannah gets 6th. Derek X gets 5th. Derek F gets 4th. It's down to Brittany, Whitney, and Alyssa. Third place goes to Alyssa. Second place, Brittany, and Whitney is the new head of household. Yay. That was the keys, my bad. The nominees are Derek X and Alyssa. Dang it, Derek X. Whitney as HOH, and Derek and Alyssa as nominees will participate in the power of veto. Whitney draws Claire to participate. Derek draws house guest choice and selects Brent to participate. Alyssa draws Xavier to participate. Garden of veto. The house guests enter the backyard to see 6 trots of dirt. The house guests must each lie in them. What was I saying? The house guests must each lie in them for no more than an hour. The house guest that leaves their well, hold on. I cannot talk. Let me restart that entire thing. Garden of veto. The house guests enter the backyard to see 6 trots of dirt. The house guests must each lie in them for no more than an hour. The house guest that leaves their trot closet to the 1 hour mark wins the golden power of veto. Claire finishes 6th. Alyssa gets 5th. Brent gets 4th. It's down to Derek X, Xavier, and Whitney. Third place is Derek X. Second place is Whitney, and Xavier once again wins the golden power of veto. Derek and Alyssa state why they should be saved. Xavier uses the power of veto on Alyssa. Whitney names Kylan as a replacement. The final nominees are Derek X and Kylan. House events. Due to the mental stress of the game, Sarah Beth isolates herself from the rest of the house. Travis earns extra money for this week's budget in a task. Sarah Beth and Xavier bond extremely well. After buying an item from Xavier, Frenchie accidentally breaks it. Derek X and Kylan face eviction. They give speeches on why they should stay. The house gets vote. Alyssa has voted to evict Derek X. Ozza has also voted to evict Derek X. Frenchie voted to evict Derek X. Brent has voted to evict Kylan. Brittany has voted to evict Derek X. Claire has voted to evict Kylan. It's currently 4 votes to evict Derek X, 2 votes to evict Kylan. Derek F has voted to... Okay. Derek X has casted his vote to evict Kylan. Hannah has voted to evict Derek X. That's 5 votes for Derek X, 3 votes for Kylan. Sarah Beth has casted her vote to evict Kylan. Tiffany has voted to evict Derek X. Travis has voted to evict Derek X. Xavier has voted to evict Derek X. So by a vote... Oh no. Guys, this might happen sometimes. My bad. There we go. By a vote of 8-4, Derek X, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house. Dang. Derek X is our second boot. We're down to 14. Week 3. Alliance is still staying strong. Time's up. The house guys hang on swinging pendulums. If they fall, they are eliminated. The house guest remaining becomes the new head of household. Xavier finishes last. Brittany finishes 12th. Frenchie 11th. Sarah Beth 10th. Travis 9th. Claire 8th. Hannah 7th. Tiffany 6th. Alyssa 5th. Brett 4th. It's down to Kylan, Derek F, and Ozza. 3rd place is Derek F. 2nd place, Kylan, and Ozza is the new head of household. She has nominated Xavier and Alyssa. Ozza draws Whitney to participate. Xavier draws Claire to participate. Alyssa draws Brittany to participate. Veto in a haystack. House guests enter the backyard to find 6 piles of hay, each opposite a podium with a buzzer. House guests must jump over bales of hay to find 2 veto symbols hidden in their pile of hay. The first house guest to find both symbols and press their button wins the golden power veto. Whitney finishes last. Ozza 5th. Claire 4th. It's down to Alyssa, Brittany, and Xavier. Xavier could have been our veto king this season. He won 2 vetoes in a row. Alyssa is 2nd, which means that Brittany has won the golden power of veto. Brittany uses the power of veto on Alyssa. Ozza names Kylan as the replacement nominee. The final nominees are Xavier and Kylan. A banner flies over the backyard reading, "Brittany is not to be trusted." Tiffany attempts to blame and call out Alyssa for certain actions in the house and how Alyssa deserves to leave. Brittany and Travis have a heated argument. Hannah finds Xavier creepy and tells the other house guests. Derek F invents a new game. The house is thrilled to have something new to do. Frenchie tells a heartfelt story why he needs the money. Xavier and Kylan face eviction. They give speeches on why they should stay. The house guests vote. Alyssa has voted to evict Xavier. Frenchie has voted to evict Xavier as well. Brent has voted to evict Kylan. Brittany has voted to evict Kylan. It's 2 votes Xavier, 2 votes Kylan. Claire has voted to evict Kylan. I'm going to say Kylan. What? Derek F has voted to evict Xavier. Hannah has voted to evict Xavier. Sarah Beth has voted to evict Kylan. We're tied. That's 4 votes to evict Xavier, 4 votes to evict Kylan. Tiffany has voted to evict Xavier. And Travis and Whitney are the last 2 votes. Travis has voted to evict Xavier. And Whitney has voted to evict Kylan. By a vote of 6-5, Xavier, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house. Big Brother 23 winner is out this early. That's how dangerous this game can get. Alright, let's do this. Alliance is still the same. Majority rules. The house guests stand in their individual booths in the backyard. Julie Chen will ask a question, and they must answer the question the way they think the rest of the house will respond. If they answer with the majority, they advance to the next round. If they answer with the minority, they're eliminated. The last house guest remaining becomes the new head of a household. Alyssa finishes last. Hannah finishes 11th. Derek F. 10th. Travis 9th. Kylan 8th. Sarah Beth 7th. Claire 6th. Tiffany 5th. Brittany 4th. Down to Frenchie, Whitney, and Brent. Third place is Brent. Second place is Frenchie, and Whitney is the new head of household. Whitney has nominated Alyssa and Kylan. Kylan seems to be the target, I'm supposing. Whitney draws house guest choice and selects Alyssa to participate. Alyssa draws Hannah to participate, and Kylan draws Tiffany to participate. Happy Zing Day. After being zinged by Zingbot, dang, that's really lucky. The house guests enter the backyard for baby Zingbot's first birthday. They must roll the the Zingnatorium? What? Okay. Balls back and forth onto a ramp. The first house guest to roll it 250 times will win the golden power of Ada. Ozza finishes last. Tiffany finishes 5th. Kylan 4th. The competition comes down to Hannah, Whitney, and Alyssa. Third place, Alyssa. Second place, Hannah. And Whitney wins the golden power of veto. Alyssa and Kylan state why they should be saved. Whitney does not use the power of veto. The final nominees are Alyssa and Kylan. Does it again. Okay, there you go. House events. Sarah Beth lashes out on Travis. After buying an item from Claire, Whitney accidentally breaks it. Oh, sorry. Notification for my sub-season, but the chat's already finished. And if you need to vote in my sub-season, Red Rangers, make sure to vote. I have no votes so far as of recording this. I'm recording this on a Friday. But yeah, make sure to vote Red Rangers. That came out of the blue. Low. I gotta check something. Alright. I can continue. Alyssa and Kylan face eviction. They get speechless on why they should say. The house guests vote. Ozza has voted to evict. Ozza has voted to evict Alyssa. Then back. Okay, just got a notification. Okay. Frenchie has voted to evict Alyssa. Brett has voted to evict Kylan. Brittany has voted to evict Alyssa. Claire has voted to evict Alyssa. Derek F. has voted to evict Kylan. Hannah has voted to evict Kylan. Sarah Beth has voted to evict Alyssa. Tiffany has voted to evict Alyssa. And Travis has voted to evict Alyssa. So by a vote of 7-3, Alyssa, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house. The girl been eliminated, evicted. Tiffany leaves Brittany and Derek's alliance. Big Brother Disco. The house guests each hang on from disco balls. If they fall, they're eliminated. The last house guest remain on the disco ball is the new head of household. Hannah finishes last. Brittany 10th. Tiffany 9th. Travis 8th. Derek 7th. Ozza 6th. Sarah Beth 5th. Kylan 4th. The competition comes down to Brent, Claire, and Frenchie. Third place is Claire. Second place is Brent. And Brent. Hold on. Brent. There we go. Congratulations, Frenchie. You aren't even awesome. Frenchie has nominated Sarah Beth and Claire. Frenchie draws Brent to participate. Sarah Beth draws house guest choice and selects Hannah to participate. Claire draws Ozza to participate. High and dry. The house guests walk outside to see two long zip lines. On one end is a clear box with a ball inside. On the other is a tank of water. The house guests must take turns soaring from one end, filling up a jar with water, soaring to the end, and pouring the water in to make it the balls rise. After everyone has gone, the house guests that received the fastest time will win the golden power of veto. Claire finishes last. Ozza finishes 5th. Brett finishes 4th. The competition comes down to Hannah, Sarah Beth, and Frenchie. Third place is Frenchie. Second place is Hannah, and Sarah Beth has won the golden power veto. Get notification. Sarah Beth and Claire state why they should be saved. Sarah Beth uses the power veto on herself. Frenchie names Hannah as the replacement nominee. The final nominees are Hannah and Claire. Kylan flips the mattress on the bed of Ozza. Sarah Beth breaks down and threatens to quit. While having a conversation, Ozza accidentally makes an inappropriate comment. The ego of Frenchie is rubbing the house the wrong way. Tiffany makes an effort to improve the relationships in the house. Hannah and Claire face eviction. They give speeches on why they should say the house guests vote. Ozza has voted to evict Hannah. Brent has voted to evict Claire. Brittany has voted to evict Claire. Derek has voted to evict Claire. That's 3 votes Claire, 1 vote Hannah. Kylan has voted to evict Hannah. Sarah Beth has voted to evict Hannah. We're tied. That's 3 votes to evict Hannah, 3 votes to evict Claire. Tiffany has voted to evict Claire. Travis has voted to evict Hannah. We're tied. 4 votes to evict Claire, 4 votes to evict Hannah. Whitney's vote is left. Whoever is the last vote will be evicted. Whitney has voted to evict Claire by a vote of 5-4. Claire, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house. Claire is out. I think the final 9 is jury. We are at, I think all 5. Yep, we're at the final 11. We're 2 weeks away from jury. No new alliances yet. That's surprising. Oh, let me heart this real quick. There you go. Okay. Big Brother's slalom. The house guests each stand on 2 skis that move from side to side. The last house guests remaining on their skis will become the new head of household. Ozza finishes last. Brett finishes 9th. Derek finishes 8th. Sarah Beth finishes 7th. Whitney finishes 6th. Hannah finishes 5th. Brittany finishes 4th. The competition comes down to Kylan, Tiffany, and Travis. Third place is Kylan. Second place is Travis, and Tiffany is the next head of household. She has nominated Sarah Beth, and Travis. Tiffany draws house guest choice and selects Derek to participate. Sarah Beth draws Frenchie, and Travis draws Kylan. Tav the ape. The house guests head into the backyard to see a large ape at the top of the hill. They must sit in front of him, listen to his rap about an evicted house guest, then slide down to find that house guest's name on one of many bananas scattered around the backyard. The last house guest to return with the correct banana is eliminated. The last house guest standing will win the golden power of veto. Frenchie finishes last. Sarah Beth finishes 5th. Kyla finishes 4th. The competition comes down to Tiffany, Travis, and Derek. Travis is 3rd. Tiffany is 2nd. And Derek has won the golden power of veto. Yes, Derek F won something. Thank you. I don't care if this doesn't happen IRL. I was so rooting for him to win a competition. And he almost won the freaking egg one. I mean, that made me so upset. But he's gonna win something, okay, guys? Sarah Beth and Travis state why they should be saved. Derek uses the power of veto on Sarah Beth. Tiffany names Brett as the replacement nominee. The final nominees are Brent and Travis. Brittany opens up to Hannah by sharing a personal story. Hannah attempts to blame out and call out Travis for certain actions in the house and how Travis deserves to leave. Tiffany flips the mattress on the bed of Sarah Beth. While having a conversation, Frenchie accidentally makes an inappropriate comment. The ego of Whitney is rubbing the house the wrong way. Brent and Travis face eviction. They give speeches on why they should say the house gets vote. Ozza has voted to evict Travis. Frenchie has voted to evict Brent. Brittany has voted to evict Travis. Derek has voted to evict Travis. Hannah has voted to evict Travis. Kylan has voted to evict Travis. Sarah Beth has voted to evict Travis. And Whitney has voted to evict Brent. By a vote of 6-2, Travis, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house. One more. Think 5. Yep, one more in the rant jury. Same Alexa still. High/low. The house guests stand on the middle step of stand on top the middle step of 3-step staircase while answering questions about themselves and the Big Brother house. The answers will be higher or lower than the number indicated in the question, requiring the house guests to step upward or downward on the staircase. The players are eliminated by answering the questions incorrectly. Last player remaining wins the head of household. Sarah Beth finishes last. Brent finishes 8th. Derek finishes 7th. Brittany finishes 6th. Whitney finishes 5th. Frenchie finishes 4th. The competition comes down to Hannah, Kylan, and Ozza. 3rd place is Ozza. 2nd place is Hannah, and Kylan is the new head of household. The nominees are Ozza and Sarah Beth. Kylan draws house guest choice and selects Tiffany to participate. Ozza draws Frenchie. Sarah Beth draws Derek. Morphomatic. One at a time, house guests privately enter the backyard to see a huge screen next to a switchboard with each house guest's name near a switch. Each round, the screen will show 2 house guests morphed together. The house guest must flip the switch of the house guests that make up the face. The house guest to correctly figure out who's in which picture in the fastest time will win the power of veto. Ozza finishes last. Frenchie finishes 5th. Tiffany finishes 4th. The competition comes down to Derek, Sarah Beth, and Kylan. Sarah Beth finishes 3rd. Derek finished 2nd. And Kylan wins the power of veto. Ozza and Sarah Beth state why they should be saved. Kylan does not use the power of veto. The final nominees are Ozza and Sarah Beth. While having a conversation, Derek accidentally makes an inappropriate comment. Brett invents a new game. The house has something thrilling to do. A banner flies over the backyard, reading Sarah Beth is not to be trusted. Brittany earns extra money in this week's budget for it in a task. Ozza and Sarah Beth face eviction. They get speeches on why they should stay. The house guests vote. Frenchie has voted to evict Sarah Beth. Brett has voted to evict Ozza. Brittany has voted to evict Ozza. Derek has voted to evict Sarah Beth. 2-2. Hannah has voted to evict Ozza. Tiffany has voted to evict Sarah Beth. And Whitney has voted to evict Sarah Beth. So by a vote A 4-3. Sarah Beth, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house. And it's jury time. So Ozza, Frenchie, Brent, Brittany, Derek, Hannah, Kylan, Tiffany, and Whitney, you all made jury. Good job, guys. Still, Hannah leaves Alliance 4. Bull in a china shop. The house guests stand on a long rotating log holding a bull head attached to a rope. If they far let go, they're eliminated. And the bull will swing down and smash their filled china cabinet. The last house guest standing will become the next head house. So not first head house, so that must be a mistake. In addition, the first 3 house guests that to fall can open a box. Ozza finishes last. Tiffany finishes 7th, and Brittany finishes 6th. So these 3 are opening a box. Frenchie finishes 5th. Brent 4th, and the competition comes down to Whitney, Hannah, and Derek. 3rd place is Hannah. 2nd place is Whitney, and Derek is the new head of household. Big D. So call him Big D. Well, Frenchie and Whitney. Derek has nominated Frenchie and Whitney. Derek draws house guest choice and selects Tiffany to participate. Frenchie draws Hannah. Whitney draws Awesome. Niagara Balls. Oh my god, what name is that? What the heck? What is that name? That is a very... I'm so sorry. I just... Alright, Niagara Balls. Each house guest has a television set with two shaped as a V. When the timer begins, hundreds of multicolored bouncing balls will be released over the backyard. The house guests must race to retrieve only the green balls and place them in the tubes. The first player to place 10 green balls in their tubes wins the power of veto. Sorry, I guess that was time. Alright. Whitney finishes last. Hannah finishes 5th. Derek finishes 4th. The competition comes down to Ozzy, Frenchie, and Tiffany. Now we're going to skip over the winner so it doesn't take us much time. And Ozzy wins the veto. Ozzy does not use the power of veto. While having conversation, Ozzy makes an inappropriate comment. The pressure of the game gets to Kylan, leading to a public emotional breakdown. A banner flies over the backyard reading, Brent is not to be trusted. Frenchie and Whitney face eviction. How much? Ozzy votes to evict Whitney. Brent has voted to evict Frenchie. Brittany votes to evict Whitney. Hannah votes to evict Frenchie. Kylan votes to evict Whitney, and Tiffany votes to evict Whitney. By a vote of 4-2. Whitney, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house. 8 are left. Still the alliances. Did someone leave? I feel like more people just left. Oh no, I think it's because people got eliminated. Sarah Beth. Okay, never mind. House guest soup. The house guests must sit in a bathtub full of water at predetermined intervals. Buckets filled with various disgusting items will be dumped into the tub. Last house guest sitting in the tub becomes the new head of household. Frenchie finishes last. Ozzy finishes 6th. Kylan finishes 5th. Hannah finishes 4th. Competition comes down to Brittany, Tiffany, and Brent. And Tiffany is the new head of household. The nominees are Frenchie and Hannah. Tiffany draws Ozzy, Frenchie draws Kylan, and Hannah draws Derek. Haunted Yard. The house guests enter the backyard to see various spooky displays of different items. Each round they must estimate how much a certain item there is in the backyard. They can either choose to stay or fold, which could either result in them being eliminated or make a point, or simply moving on to the next round. The first house guest to earn 3 points first or the last house guest standing will win the golden power veto. Tiffany finishes last. Frenchie finishes 5th. Kylan finishes 4th. The competition comes down to Ozza, Hannah, and Derek. And Ozza wins the power of veto. Hannah got 2nd and Derek got 3rd. Ozza has used the power of veto on Hannah. Tiffany puts Brent up. Derek tells a heartfelt story about he needs the money. Derek and Tiffany bond. Derek and Kylan have a heated argument. Frenchie and Brittany face eviction. Brent face eviction. They give speeches on why they should stay. Ozza votes to evict Brett. Brittany votes to evict Frenchie. Derek votes to evict Frenchie. Hannah votes to evict Frenchie. Kylan votes to evict Frenchie. By a vote of 4-1, Frenchie, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house. Ooh, Alliance 1/5, I suppose. So Brittany and Derek's alliance have broken up. Battle of the gender. We're gonna say Actually, no, we'll say battle. I don't know if I should say this word. Battle. We'll say battle of the genders, just in case. Battle of the genders. The house guests each stand in their individual sections. Each round, Julie Chen will ask a question which the answer will be either male or female. For every correct answer they give, they earn a point. The house guest with the most points at the end of the competition becomes the new head of household. Ozza finishes last. Brett finishes 5th. Kylan finishes 4th. The competition comes down to Derek, Hannah, and Brittany. And Derek is the new head of household. Derek has nominated Kylan and Hannah. Derek draws house guest choice and selects Brent to participate. Kylan draws Ozza to participate. Hannah draws Brittany to participate. One giant leap. House guests enter the backyard, which is decorated to look like the surface of Mars. Attached to a rope, they must glide back and forth between 2 platforms to complete a puzzle. The first house guest to complete this puzzle wins the golden power of veto. Hannah finishes last. Kylan finishes 5th. Brent finishes 4th. The competition comes down to Derek, Ozza, and Brittany. And Derek wins the veto. Derek does not use the power of veto to find nominees like Kylan and Hannah. Brett holds a house meeting to apologize for her behavior in the house. It is well received. Kylan and Hannah face eviction. 4 votes. Ozza has voted to evict Kylan. Brent has voted to evict Kylan. Brittany has voted to evict Kylan. Tiffany has voted to evict Hannah. By a vote of 3-1, Kylan, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house. Alright. Alliance 2 between Derek and Tiffany dissolves. So it's just Ozza and Brent in an alliance now. In the house guests are given a series of props representing various rooms throughout the Big Brother house. After being asked a trivia question about the house guests will have to hold up the prop that represents the correct room. If they answer incorrectly, they are eliminated. The last house guest remaining will become the new head of household. Brett finishes last. Brittany finishes 4th. The competition comes down to Tiffany, Hannah, and Ozza. And Ozza is the new head of household. Ozza has nominated Brittany and Derek. Everyone will be playing in the POV starting now on. Human guinea pigs. Each house guest stands by a large box of blocks on one end of the beam of a balance beam. They must transport from the blocks from one end to the other, one at a time. The first house guest to transport all their blocks to the opposite end wins the power of veto. Ozza finishes last. Brittany 5th. Derek 4th. And the competition comes down to Tiffany, Hannah, and Brent. And Hannah wins the veto. Brittany and Derek save the wish to be saved. Hannah uses the veto on Brittany, and Ozza replaces her with Tiffany. Ozza lashes out on Brittany. The pressure of the game gets to Derek, leading to a public emotional breakdown. Brett has voted to evict Tiffany. Brittany has voted to evict Derek. It's down to Hannah. Hannah has voted to evict Tiffany. By a vote of 2-1, Tiffany, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house. Final 5, I think. Final 5, guys. We're almost done with this already. There's no more alliances now. All the alliances have dissolved. No more alliances. Wow. Especially after Final 5, that's not pretty good, but okay. By the numbers, the house guests stand in the backyard answering questions about players remaining in the game. The answer to each question will be a number between 0 and 9. Players are eliminated by answering the question incorrectly. The last player remaining wins and becomes the new head of household. Derek finishes last. The competition comes down to Brittany, Brett, and Hannah. And Brent is the new head of household. He has nominated Ozza and Brittany. Everyone's playing in the veto. Snag the veto. The house guests each have a rope which passes through a series of 4 walls. The house guests must untangle their ropes, allowing them to pass the slots in each wall. The player who reaches the post at the end of the course will win the power of veto. Brett finishes last. Derek finishes 4th. The competition comes down to Hannah, Ozza, and Brittany. And I thought Hannah won for a second. I saw Hannah. Hannah got 2nd. Brittany wins the veto. Brittany and Ozza say Britt should be saved. Brittany gets it herself, and Brittany replaces Derek. Finally meeting Derek and Ozza. Hannah invents the new game. The house is thrilled to have something new to do. The ego of Brittany is rubbing the house the wrong way. Derek and Ozza face eviction. It's just down to Brittany and Hannah voting. Brittany votes to evict Ozza. Hannah votes to evict Derek. Which means Derek and Ozza wait for eviction results. By a vote of 1-1, there is a tie. Derek Brent has voted to evict Derek. Derek, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house. Final 4. There are no alliances in the house. Dearly departed, the house guests are asked about 2 statements made by evicted contestants regarding their time in the house. The answer will be one of the 2 choices in a video clip. Showed that the evicted house guest's true statement will be shown after each question. The player with the most points at the end of the competition will become the new head of household. The competition comes down to Brittany, Ozza, and Hannah. And Ozza is the new head of household. She nominates Hannah and Brittany. Everyone's playing. When stars align, the house guests each stand in front of a large star. When each side of the star has a clue on it. They must place the face on 2 house guests that correspond to that one clue. The first house guest to complete this will win the power of veto. Brett finishes last. Competition comes down to Hannah, Brittany, and Ozza.
It is cookies left. I know we're supposed to bake the cake today, but it is cookies left. Okay.
Alright, cool. Hannah, Brittany, Ozza, and Hannah wins. Hannah saves herself and replaces with Brent. Ozza tells a heartfelt story why she needs the money. It's just down to Hannah. She has a sole vote to evict, and she votes to evict Brent by a vote of 1-0. Brent, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house. Okay, final 3. Ozza, Brittany, and Hannah. Hook, line, and sinker. The house guests sit on a fishing hook suspended over a large pond. If they fall off the hook, they're eliminated. The last house guest remaining on the hook will win part 1 of the final HOH competition and will advance to part 3. Hannah wins part 1. Ancient Egypt. The loser of part 1 the 2 losers of part 1 walk into the backyard, which has been decorated to like ancient Egypt. In front of them is a huge wall. Scattered around the backyard are the faces of various house guests. They must place the faces of the 2 final nominees each week. In order up on the wall. The house guests to do so. This time will wins part 2 in the final HOH competition and will advance to part 3. Congratulations, Brittany. You win part 2. Hannah, Brittany compete. In court presentation, the two competing house guests will read 6 incomplete statements made by the members of the jury. After hearing each incomplete statement, they will be given 2 possible endings. Then they will choose which ending the jury member actually said. For every correct answer, they'll get a point. The house guest with the most points at the end of all 6 statements will become the final head of household. Hannah, you are the final head of household. Hannah votes to evict Ozza, 3rd place again, sorry. By a vote of 1-0. Ozza, you're a final jury member. You've been evicted from Big Brother house. It's Hannah versus Brittany. Hannah has 3 comp wins to Brittany 2. A lot of comp wins were very low here. The person who won the most was Ozza with 5, followed by Derek with 4. Alright, our jury members: Ozza, Brent, Derek, Tiffany, Kylan, Frenchie, and Whitney. Alright, let's see who's gonna win. Brittany and Hannah wait for the winner to be revealed. The jurors vote. Ozza votes to Hannah to win. Brent votes Hannah to win. Derek votes Hannah to win. Tiffany votes Brittany to win. Kylan votes Hannah to win. Frenchie votes Brittany to win. Whitney votes Hannah to win. By a vote of 5-2, congratulations, Hannah. Hannah is the winner of Big Brother 23. Good job, Hannah. You're the winner of Big Brother 23. Woohoo. The fan favorites comes down to Ozza, Brent, and Whitney. And Whitney wins fan favorite. Let's read the elimination order. Oh, that's not the elimination order. Lol. That's the elimination order. 16th Christian, 15th Derek, 14th Xavier, 13th Alyssa, 12th Claire, 11th Travis, 10th Sarah Beth. It's jury time. 9th Whitney, 8th Frenchie, 7th Kylan, 6th Tiffany, 5th Derek, 4th Brent, 3rd Ozza, 2nd Brittany, and Hannah wins. Woo! This is the fan favorites who won the most. I think, I'm not sure how stuff played out in a very simple version. Ozza won 5. Challenge wins. Ozza won 3. She tied with Tiffany. Ozza, Brittany, and Derek F. tied. Kylan tied the most votes. Alyssa, Hannah, Brittany, Hannah, and Sarah Beth. Alyssa, Brittany, Hannah, and Sarah Beth were saved through the veto twice. Brittany and Hannah were both nominated 4 times. Oh, Kylan too. That is game. So I hope you guys like this. Okay, I hope you guys like this Bransteele. Next up will be BB24. BB24. We'll do BB24 next week, Friday. I mean, probably next week. I will probably do this every Sunday, but I'm just doing this on a Friday for now. We'll do this every Saturday or Sunday, depending. Probably Saturday, though. So I'll probably do next week, Saturday, for BB24, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Congratulations, Hannah, on winning. Good job. Goodbye now.